Hello? I don't know if I should say hello, guys, because this is the first video. Okay, I don't have any subscribers yet, but this is an introduction because I thought that I would tell you about myself and this channel, what I'm doing with it, just so you can know what to expect and get to know me a little bit. So, what is happening? I'm an artist, art lover, all of that fun stuff. My name is Nora, by the way. I'm 18, I'm from Sweden. And this channel I made because art is such a big part of my life and who I am. And there is so much to talk about and to cover within this topic. And I have another channel which is more of all the other things I'm doing, which is music and school and hanging out with people and everything. But art is so special and so dear to me, and I want to make so much content. Sounds cringe, but yeah, about art. And I thought, what better way to just make a whole art channel? So, what is happening on here? Well, I think that I'm going to post process vlogs. I love to watch those where an artist just takes you with them on the journey of making a project. And you can hear their thoughts and hear what they're doing and how they're doing it. And I really want to do that. And I also want to just talk about art. Maybe I'll do some tutorials. I know some things, I don't know everything. I'm very young still, but some things I have learned on my journey because I've been drawing and making art for my whole life, so I know some things. And maybe just having a discussion about art topics because that's so much fun. But yeah, now I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am as an artist and about my art. So, as I said, I've been making art for my whole life since I was 3, 4 something, and it's been a journey. Okay, I have had many art blocks, many ups and many downs, but I started an art program in high school when I was 16. Yeah, and now I'm 18 and I'm going to last year. And I'd say it's in these years where I found my style and I found myself a little bit in my art. And so I have 2 examples with me of my artworks. And they're going to be inverted because I want to be inverted on this video because I think I look weird when I'm not. So yeah, you're going to have to deal with that. The first one is my final project for year 1 in school. Can you see it? I might need to insert a picture of it, but yeah. And I did this in year 1 after I had learned a lot. And this is basically saying a lot about the human nature and what we need as humans and what is unique to us humans and what we can experience, which is relationships and nature, emotional turbulence, getting to enjoy the beauty of the world. And I'm also exploring what happens when you're isolated from that and you can't take part of it. So yeah, what you may have noticed is that it's in graphite. I love graphite pencils. It's my most loved medium. I might just as well show you my other project that's also in graphite to just show you how I like to work. So this is another one. This one is called Judged, and this is actually from 2023. It's when I started art school, but I made this right before I started school because I got to be a part of an exhibition and it was really fun. And so I made this for that. And yeah, it's also in graphite. And what do these have in common that most of my work has in common? They're portraits, or part of them are portraits, and that is, in my humble opinion, the most fun thing to ever do. I used to do, like, before I found my style, I made realistic portraits of celebrities, like every other artist was doing on TikTok. Okay, I made Harry Potter, I made Billie Eilish, the whole thing, but I never stopped loving making portraits, and it's so much fun to just draw the features and tell a story through a human. And both of them are also of young women. which is another theme. I think most of, if not all, projects that I do depict young women. And why is that? Well, first of all, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually am a young woman myself. And I think it's a way for me to express myself and to give young women a more of a place in the world and more of a voice in the world, because I think that we really have a unique way to see the world and see life, and a unique way to feel and experience things. And so that's why I do that. And I also like to implement nature in not all of them, but a lot of my artworks, because it's beautiful and I think you can do a lot with symbols from nature, and it just adds a lot to your artwork. What I like to show in them is, I think it's pretty consistent, because I first of all love to show some kind of emotion. Often it's a specific emotion. If it's feeling judged, or having anxiety, or feeling like you've pressured yourself, or something specific, and then I like to put them into imagery. That's really fun. I also get inspired by things that happen in the world. I have an art piece that I was inspired to do after I read about the state in Afghanistan, where women have all their rights stripped away, and I was so heavily impacted by that I just needed to create something that reflects that in a way. And so things that happen in the world can impact me in a way that makes me want to create something. That's pretty much my art, and it's going to be so much fun to take you on my art journey, because it's never ending. Oh my god. And it's going to be so much fun to just have someone to talk to about this. Obviously I talk about it in school all the time, but I can show all kinds of emotions on here, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm very excited, and sorry, I live by the road and cars are going through, and I think it's annoying for you. I'm sorry about that. But what I wanted to say is that this is very exciting for me. I have wanted to make this for a long time, and I'm finally doing it. So if you think it sounds interesting and you think it sounds fun and you want to join me on this, then consider hitting subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, I have another channel. I will link it in the description, and you can check that out if you want as well. So bye, I'll see you soon.